Hello everybody and welcome to Blue and Gold Illustrated's Anniversaries video. I'm Andrew Owens here with senior editor Lou Samoji, and this week we're going to take you back to 1984 when Notre Dame went to the Coliseum on November 24th and won 19-7 for the program's first win at the LA Coliseum since 1966. Lou, it was a bit of an odd November for that Notre Dame team, picking up some big wins and ending out at the Coliseum there.
It was one of the most amazing finishes to a Notre Dame season. They had started off 3-4 in Jerry Faust's fourth season, and I mean the whole world was just after his skin. They had lost 3 straight home games, booed off the field each time against Air Force, Miami, and South Carolina. Now they faced what was their toughest part of their schedule. They had to play at LSU, which won the SEC that year. They had to also play Penn State, which would play in the national title game the next year, and then at USC, where they hadn't won in 18 years, and they won the Pac-10 that season as well, and in fact later went on to win the Rose Bowl over Ohio State as well. So you're thinking, well, they'll probably beat Navy at the end, but 4-7. They beat LSU, which was number 6 at the time, the SEC champion. They crushed Penn State 44-7, and then they go out to the Los Angeles Coliseum in the monsoon, and they finish the season 7-4, and they get a bid to the Aloha Bowl to play SMU at that time, and that was not envisioned at the time at all. But what helped was Notre Dame had only 1 turnover in the monsoon there, and USC lost 6 fumbles. So, we just talked about turnovers this past weekend, the difference that turnovers can make. 5-1 at Arizona State. Well, 6-1 helps even more out in the Coliseum. And it ended a frustration string there because the previous visit with Jerry Faust there, they lost on that very, very poor call where Michael Harper, with a minute left, scored a touchdown when he dropped the ball at the 2-yard line. And ESPN cameraman informed him that their camera showed that he had lost the fumble at the 2, and his response was, well, maybe your camera's broken. So
well, we saw that in Utah-Oregon last weekend.
Yes.
The player dropped the ball on the goal line. But that 1984 season, you drew the comparison earlier to the 2010 team in their November down the stretch.
Yeah, with Brian Kelly's first year, it was funny because same thing. The 84 team was 3-4. And everyone was expecting them to just flat out mail it in. And then also 4-5 in Brian Kelly's first season there. And now they had to play Utah, which was ranked number 15. They had to play Army. And earlier in the year, Notre Dame got crushed by Navy with the triple option, so they'll get beat by then. And then they had to go out to USC, just like the 84 team with Matt Barkley and everything. And lo and behold, they crush Utah. They crush Army, they beat USC out there to go to a bowl game, and they beat Miami there. So a similar situation, and the interesting thing also there is that 84 team, their starting fullback was a gentleman named Chris Smith, who later played on in the pros. Well, his son, Brian Smith, was a starting linebacker for that 2010 team, and it was, you talk about history repeating itself. It was a pretty amazing story.
That's amazing. Notre Dame in 2010, of course, too, with a rainy second half at the Coliseum to finish it off like 1984. But that does it for us this week. We'll be back next week for another edition of Anniversaries at Blue and Gold Illustrated.